Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. Let's get ready using some new makeup. I have so many new things in front of me. I'm kind of excited to see how things turn out today. One of them is this. This is the new concealer from Tarte. This is the Shape Tape Blur. I have it in the shade 16N, and it is one of those that they say that you can use either as concealer or all over the face as foundation. I've used it all over the face a couple times, but we're not getting a ton of product here. This is all we're getting. So I better use it mostly as a concealer and maybe just spot conceal the rest of my face. I'm going to start just by swiping this on. I hope you're doing well. I have been kind of recovering from a busy beginning of the month. My kids both had birthdays within 5 days of each other. They're 2 years and 5 days apart. So there was a lot of celebrating going on in this house. We had family come to visit, had a really great time, but it was one of those things where with so many people visiting it, I was, I'll admit, a little bit exhausted. Had a great time, but was a little bit tired. I'm going to grab my Rougher BO4 and I'm just going to start blending this in. I do like the way that this looks on the face. I might need to add a little bit more. I'm going to use what's underneath my eyes, kind of pat it out and bring it down just a little bit. I feel like I might have too much underneath my eyes. I gave myself some very generous swipes there, but I'm also missing coverage like right here in the middle part of my face. I might need to add a little bit more there just to even things out. But I think patting is the way to go here. This concealer is supposed to have 24-hour wear. It's supposed to be crease proof and waterproof. And looking at it up close, I feel like it does a pretty good job underneath the eye. I'm not seeing any immediate creasing. I also feel like it's not bringing a ton of texture to my under eyes. I have always set this when I wear it. And a couple of times I've worn it just as concealer, and a couple of times I've already worn it the way I did today where I just kind of placed it everywhere. But I feel like the coverage is nice. It's a medium-ish coverage. It's not like super high, but I do feel like it's buildable. So if we want to see how much of this I can obliterate, let me just throw a little bit here. And then use my finger to tap it out. I don't know that we're going to get like full coverage, but it's definitely medium coverage. And that's a great way for me to decide, okay, what type of coverage are we getting? How much of this can we get rid of? Here's something else I've had for a while and I've really been enjoying. It is the new Wind Dancer powder from What's Up Beauty. It is a beautiful pressed powder. I love the impression in the pan of the butterfly in here, but it also came with their R204 brush. This has been really nice for setting just portions of my face. You can set your whole face with this, but since I'm going to be wearing cream blush today, I think what I'm going to do is just start by setting the under eyes and the other places that if I were going to crease, I'm just trying to make sure we don't end up in that situation, and that's right here across my forehead. I do notice that there is not a lot of product settling in those areas, so I do feel like it does pretty good without creasing. Yeah, I don't have any additional product up in here, and then under the eyes and around the nose, it's looking pretty good. So I'm going to leave it there for now. I might powder a little bit more later, but I like how finely milled the powder is. I love this brush. This brush is like, it's like a little kitten's paw. It's like a little duckling. It's so soft and so luxurious. I really, really love the brushes from What's Up Beauty. They're lovely. But this new Wind Dancer powder actually looks really nice and does not accentuate any dryness or any creping underneath my eyes. I'm going to start today with blush because I'm going to be using a cream blush. I don't have this part of my face set, and everything else I'm using is powder. I don't know if I'm taking my life in my hands, but let's try it out. So Merit sent me this. It's one of their Flush Balms, but in a shade I don't have, and it's one of the new shades they released. This is the shade Lusitano. Let me swatch it. Ooh, what a pretty springy shade. Oh, yes. I recently received from them the one in Le Bon Bon, which is more like a cool pink. And this is such a pretty, oh my goodness. Such a pretty, peachy, almost a little bit of a coral lean to it. It is so lovely. I really do like this formula, but I like it best when I use it with a brush. This is the 106 from BK Beauty, and I'm just gonna pick some up on the brush like this, and then we're just gonna stamp it where we want it. I feel like I get a really easy, flawless blend this way. I mean, come on, look at that. With no effort, just a little pouncing on the face, I get a perfect blend. The weather has finally been changing here and I'm so grateful. It's still cold enough that I feel like I can wear like a sweater around the house, or if I go outside, temperatures are like in the 50s, but it's rainy and gray. But I definitely am loving the fact that spring is here. I went for a drive and the view outside the windows of the car, it was just beautiful. Okay, maybe I overblushed. Just a little bit. So for that, I'm going to take this brush with nothing additional on it, just right around the areas where I feel like I might have gotten my blush a little higher or maybe a little too bold, and clean up those kind of edges around here. I was excited to pick this up. This is new from Dior. This is the Dior Forever Nude Bronze. I got the jumbo one from Sephora. Look how big this is. It's like the size of my face. It's huge. This is in the shade 01 Soft Matte. I decided to go for the matte one and not the one that had a little bit of a satiny sheen to it. I felt like that was going to be better for me. So I'm just going to grab a 22 brush from Rougher. This is a huge bronzer brush. And what I want is a really light application of this going over the top. You know what I should do first? I'm going to set my blush with just a little bit of this Wind Dancer powder just to make sure that I don't have any bronzer kind of clinging to it. Yeah, that's what it needed, because it's such a moist, beautiful, fleshy, balmy product. I love the color, but I don't want the bronzer to grab. Now let's go with the bronzer. Ooh. I don't want to get too much, but I definitely... So let's see what this looks like on. There's a very strong floral scent to this. I know that so many of the luxury houses have fragrance in their makeup, and I don't always understand it. I like things that are not fragranced, like these guys here, but this definitely, I like the way it smells, but I know that that keeps a lot of people who have sensitivities from being able to use it. But I feel like it's a really lovely bronzer. I'm even going to try and bronze up like the outer corner of my eyelid a little bit, just like the tail end of my brow. Just kind of focus and swirl the brush right here to give myself just a little bit of bronziness in that area. Okay. I really like it, but I might have gone overboard with the bronzer. But I like how the warmth of the bronzer is mixing with the warmth of the blush. And it definitely is screaming like summer to me. It looks really nice. Something else that I picked up from Sephora was this. This is a new Dior Forever Glow Luminizer. This is the shade 03 Pink Halo. Ooh, almost dropped it. Look how pretty she is. Oh, okay. So let me grab a clean brush. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to put pink over the top of this kind of peachy situation, but we're going to do it. It's not too pink. Oh, wow. What a pretty glow. I don't feel like it's too much. Okay. Keep in mind, I love a really glitzy highlight, but I don't feel like it's too much. I feel like it actually looks really pretty and it's not accentuating my fine lines or my crow's feet. This is another one that has that same really floral fragrance to it. Just keep that in mind if you're picking up any Dior. Like their stick foundation is very highly fragranced. Their lipsticks are fragrance. Everything comes with a fragrance. I do like a lot from the Dior line, and I feel like this highlight and this bronzer is looking really pretty on the face. I'm going to pull out this Rabanne mini palette. This has put a ring on it. This is one that I picked up recently because I've been wanting to try more from the Rabanne brand, and I didn't want to get a full like quad of eyeshadows because I have so much eyeshadow. Like I didn't even need this, but I really wanted to try it. So we've got kind of like a peachy pink and then a really pretty taupe shade. And I think what I'm going to do is Where is my, oh, here it is. Little glitter glue, because I find these to be a little on the sparkly side. I mean, obviously they're meant to be, but I am going to take a little bit of glitter glue and tap it on my lid just to make sure I keep as much of the sparkle on my lids and not have it end up below where I don't really want it. I'm going to start out with a little bit of the taupey shade. Look how pretty that is. And I'm just going to tap it on my eye. Ooh. Not getting any sparkle fallout. I am not, and this is when you're probably talking to the screen going, if you did it all the time, you'd never have sparkle fallout. I tend to skip things like primers for my face, primers for my lid. I'm really bad when it comes to stuff like that. I'll just admit it. But boy, surprise, surprise, it works really well. I'm going to take kind of a large fluffy brush, and I am just going to quickly kind of go right in the crease to blend this out to make sure I don't have any harsh lines, and just kind of blend up and out. And then just for funsies, I'm going to take a little bit of this duochrome pinky peach shade and just touch it right over the center of the eye. And then I'm going to use that same brush and just kind of blend everything a little bit. I don't want it to be too obvious, but I do want a whisper of that peachy pink shade on the lid, just over the top of everything else. You can already see though that I have a little bit of sparkle fallout here from the peachy pink shade because all of my sticky base stuck to the taupe shade first. That was me. I should have added a little bit more. I think it's going to be okay. Let me throw on some brows, eyeliner, and mascara, and I'll be right back. For lips today, I'm going to throw on one of the Lisa Eldridge Shade and Define pencils. This one is in the shade 1N. And then I'm going to throw on something that I have been surprising, well, shouldn't be surprising, but it's been surprising me how much I've been loving it. So let me draw on my lip liner really quick. I picked this up the other day and it's been sitting here on my desk. I've only used it twice and I really like it. It's the Bisou Jelly from Violette FR. I was sure that the Bisou Balm was going to be like my ultimate fave, and I really like the Bisou Balm, but it is a matte, sheer lipstick that feels balmy on the lips, but it's not too greasy or too heavy. This is different because it has an internal core, you can see it, of color, and the outside is a clear, almost jelly-like substance that, so you get color from it, but towards the center, and it looks more like a popsicle lip. And then it's very, very comfortable because whatever is in that outside kind of jelly ring is just so good. This is one of those that I feel like I could just continue to apply over and over with reckless abandon. I like it. I feel like it's super comfortable on the lips. I might have gone a little too hard, but I think it's such a pretty lip product. I like the way that it feels. I like the way that it wears. I'm going to throw this in my pants pocket so I can take it with me throughout the day. Hey, thank you so much for watching today. I was really curious to see how these two really expensive things turned out. They'd been sitting on my desk for like a week and a half. They'd just been staring at me. I was like, oh, I need to get around to filming with those. But I do like the way that things turned out. If you're curious, the packaging for this one has a snap closure to it, and it's such a large package. I mean, like, it's like the size of it's bigger than my palm. It's huge. And this one here also has a little snap closure, but you just put a finger, like there's a little divot, put a little finger in there and you can pull it open easily. I feel like the highlight is so pretty. The bronzer gave me just the right amount of color to my face. I really have been liking this little duo from Rabanne. I feel like it's just as glitzy as I want for an everyday sort of look. And forgetting that I have things like this just make it so much easier when I rediscover them. I'm like, oh yeah, that's great. Also really love this shade in Lusitano. I feel like it's really pretty. If you like a corally, peachy sort of shade and you haven't tried these Flush Balms, they're beautiful. You can use them with powder. You can use them with all cream products. I like it on a full face of when I'm doing like a full merit only day. These are beautiful, but I also really like to be able to mix it, and it powdered beautifully today. I feel like the color is lovely. And then this lip product, oh yeah, I put it in, I'm like, where did it go? I'm like, I put it in my pocket. But this Bisou jelly, this has been kind of like my surprise hit, because I really didn't think I was going to like anything more than the Bisou balm, because I really like that. This is gorgeous. Has a little bit more slip to it than the Bisou balm does. It's very hydrating and very comfortable on the lips. Thanks so much for hanging out and trying new makeup with me. I hope your day is going well. Let me know if you picked up any of these, if you've been thinking about it, if you're like, oh no, there's no way. Let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks again for making time to watch today, and I will see you again soon. Bye.